difference between the two is the main biggest difference between S&M and submissive dominant is that S&M generally involves pain to a degree, to a level. It depends on the level that your partner want to go to. So for some people like spanking, people like being choked, clamps, whips, chains. That's S&M. That's not submissive dominant. Now, granted, I have dabbled and dabbled in that just a little bit. And when I say a little bit, enough to know that ain't really my thing. I don't really want to feel a whole lot of pain. At least not physical. Not physical. Hot wax. I like hot wax. Actually, hot wax is all right. But that falls under the S&M category and not the dominant submissive. If y'all throw things out there to me that I probably haven't, thought about, that was one I didn't think about, hot wax. And it better be wax. Let me tell y'all, I tried this jelly kind of, if you ever go to like the dollar store or Family Dollar and you're looking for candles, right. There's this jelly kind of candle stuff. And like if you touch it, it feels jelly-like, right? It allows your candle to burn longer. And so people buy that. Do not use that for adult practices or adult activities. The reason I say don't use it because it really does burn. Wax does not burn. It burns initially at the touch, but it does not leave marks. It cools down very quickly. You obviously have to make sure you're not pouring in the same place. I just keep touching my leg because it's here. I probably could touch my shoulder, but anyway, you want to make sure that when you are doing wax, that you are spreading it and you're not staying in the same spot. Because if you stay in the same spot, the person will get burned and they will have a mark from it. Another thing, if you ever use hot stones and massages, if you're somebody that is into giving massages and you use hot stones, be careful not to burn your partner. The reason I say be careful is because when you put hot stones inside of the warmer, if you use a very small crock pot, you can warm your stones in a crock pot, but you got to be careful of the temperature because you can burn the other person. So that's something to remember. I kind of done veered off a topic, and I'm going to get back on it. I was just kind of talking about, and I'm only at 14 people because I lost 100 and something people that I just had a minute ago as I was talking about this. Thank you everyone who came back. 9-7, thank you for coming back. Day, hello. I hope a couple other people come back, but here's my story. So if you are just coming on because I just signed on, but I've been on for a minute, I have been talking about submissive dominant roles. I've been talking about the question, if somebody ever asks you what your play level is, they're asking you to describe what you enjoy, what your preferences are. And so as I talked about that, I kind of talked about what submissive dominant roles are. I talked about nonverbal, submissive, dominant communication. I've talked a little bit about S&M. And S&M, sadist masochist, is what it stands for. And that is actually a mental health diagnosis in the DSM-5. Anybody who doesn't know what the DSM-5 is, it's the Diagnostic Statistical Manual for Treating Mental Health Disorders. I am a mental health professional, so this is how I know this. I speak from facts. I just graduated in May with my master's degree, so I know what I'm talking about. I specifically did do a little bit of study on sexual disorders, and the reason I did study on sexual disorders is because I wanted to better understand myself. And the reason that I needed to better understand myself, because I felt like some of the things that I was into was unusual. And when I say unusual, I just mean my level of play. And that's what I've been talking about, submissive dominant play. I come to find that it's not as unusual as I thought I once thought it was. But let's remember, I don't know how old you guys are. I want to say most of the inboxes I get are between the ages of like 30 and 60. So with that being said, I came up in a generation that talked a little bit about it, but it was still somewhat of a taboo subject. And so the thing that did was, for my generation, it caused us to kind of talk amongst one another. Now, they did have health education, and they did teach us about this stuff. But what I'm talking about today, I've learned as an adult. And I've learned it as an adult through coming to terms and self-acceptance with how I express myself sexually. So I was telling the story about the swingers club. And let me say this. I said earlier, too, in my last live, that I was going to talk to you guys a little bit about the swingers lifestyle from a single perspective and from a couple's perspective. And the reason that I can talk to you about it from a singles perspective is that I'm single and have been for 4 years. And I've also engaged in it from a couple's perspective. And it's a fantasy that a lot of people have, kind of what they call a polyamorous relationship. But swinging is different than a polyamorous relationship. They're different terms. The difference between the two is being a swinger in a relationship. It means that you and your one partner, you and that person, you guys may decide that you want to swap for an evening. Maybe you just want to bring in one third party. That's considered swingers. The other term that I just said is polyamorous. That term is different because that term means that you may have a couple of adults that live in a house together. Could be 2 men, 1 woman, 2 women, 1 man, 4 women, 1 man, 1 woman, 3 men. And so poly just means more than 2, really more than 3. Poly means a few. So, that's different terms. But earlier I was saying that I would talk about, I ain't finished telling y'all my story. I'm going to tell y'all the story about how my swingers night gone bad. And then I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about what it's like from that what it's like being in that lifestyle, being single, what it's like being in that lifestyle, being in a relationship. So here's my story. We get into, on my music stopped. We get into, and so the person said, the lady said, well, do you guys want, now I'm a single female and I already had a membership to this spot. And my membership had expired because I don't go often. I go a handful of times in 1 year. And it's not because it's not lively and it's not fun. It's costly. To get in for one night might be $65. It's worth it, though. It's worth it. But, it can be pricey. And especially in today's time with prices going up and stuff. So we get in, the lady says, do y'all want, now I would be considered a single female sponsoring a male. And so she said, do y'all want a 1-month membership, a 3-month membership, 6 months, or a year? And so the person that I was with, they said, I don't know, go ahead and do a month because, I don't know where this will go. And I think they believed that they might get a reaction from me. And my reaction was, that's fine. Because I understood, like, if this our first time going together, yeah, we had some conversations about it, but I don't know how this going to go after. tonight. And this is somebody that I had been talking to and I had been out with a couple of times. So we get the 3-month membership at his request because I said I was a month and he was trying to get a reaction out of me. And so he's like, no, it's like, go ahead and do the 3 months. All right, do the 3 months. So we go inside, and before we got cut off, I was showing y'all what I had took. I'm gonna show y'all again. Oh, that's upside down. I'm not standing up this time. I don't feel like it. So this is the top. This is the top. This is the bottom. So my legs will be on each side. So there's obviously an opening here. So figure it out. If you can't figure it out, don't even worry about it. It ain't that important. So that was my outfit. And that was my outfit. But I had left it outside, inside my vehicle, because I wasn't for sure what the theme was for that night. So I didn't know what the theme was. I didn't know how stuff might go. So I had left my outfit outside. So I got on something sexy and nice, but it ain't that. And when I get inside, I realized, oh, they live tonight. Like, it's people on the dance floor. It's a cage in there. It's 2 poles in there. It's like, you know how like in the strip club, how you got the stripper that's kind of a little higher than people and they're sitting down a little lower. That's kind of how the upstairs is set up. It's really fucking feng shui and nice. Really, really wonderful place. This is in Maryland, in Baltimore County. And so, you know what I'm saying? So as the night progresses, I say, I need to go get my thing out the car. He has my keys. And he says, nope, you should have got it. You should have bought it in when you came. So I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, oh, he joking. As the night progresses, I realize I've had to ask 5 times to go outside and get my shit. And so I'm a little irritated by that. Second thing I'm irritated by is, as the night is progressing, I got my little, you know what I'm saying, my little drink, and everything is good. He want to monitor how much I'm drinking. Oh, no, here, give me that. Drink some more water. And I'm irritated by that. So first you're going to tell me that I can't go get my shit that I bought. Then you want to monitor how much alcohol I drink. And so, you know, I began to become frustrated. And this is what I mean when I say people be confusing submissive dominant with other stuff. Because I think maybe he was trying to, you know what I'm saying, play the submissive role. And it did not allow the night to go by well. I wanted to get on the pole. I had to ask several times to do that. And I didn't have to ask, you know what I'm saying? I could have went on and did it. But again, remember earlier, y'all, I said I'd be respectful of whoever I'm with. I'm not going to do anything that's going to make the other person feel disrespected. So that's the reason that I would ask. Like, I want to go get on the pole. Not can I go get on the pole, but I want to go get on the pole. And he would be like, we're too far away from it. We way over here on the other side. And it just it ruined the night. So I say that to say, you know, if you want to engage in this lifestyle, you have to be somebody that is okay with allowing the other person to be free to do them. You know, there can be rules to it. Y'all can come to agreements about where the boundaries are. But you have to allow them to be free. Even in the submissive dominant role. when I say you have to allow them to be free, if you be with somebody and they happen to want to switch roles from submissive to dominant, go with that flow. Because for them, you could ruin a moment. I ain't saying that them. No, I am saying that because I'm talking to guys, and I know that I'm talking to guys, and I think I speak for a lot of women when I say, hey, you guys can be selfish sometimes. And when I say selfish, I mean you worried about you, but she has to get hers too. And so, be mindful of how the moment is. Be mindful of how deep you go. And I mean that. When I say I mean that, I just mean, okay, it feels good on your end, but pay attention to her body. Pay attention to what she's telling you without saying. And make sure you know what she like. I'm going to get ready to get off of here. It's 31 people, and I'm sure if I stay on here, I'll be back up to 100 like I was, but I have been on already for about an hour. And I want some adult quality time with myself. Me and my robes. Y'all, I bought my machine, and it's broke. I bought my machine, and it's broke. I'm going to show y'all my machine. And I'm going to show y'all my, So I'm going to go spend some quality time with myself. Right. It's a part of self-love. If you fell for it, it's true. This. If you don't know what this is, if you don't know what this is, y'all, I bought this in March. It's July. It's broke. I broke it. So I'm trying to see if the company, if there's a warranty or anything on it. I mean, it's broke. They're going to be like, ma'am, you broke this? But I bought it on Amazon. Right, 9-7, that's how they going to be. Ma'am, seriously? You broke this? See, can y'all see? I'm going to show y'all where it's broke at. See right there? Y'all see it? I'm going to accidentally break it, trying to show y'all. Right there. That's it. If you know how to fix my machine, call me at 410-555. Y'all better not be writing that shit down. Somebody over there scrambling for paper, like she said, 410-555. Yo, it's too funny. Somebody is rumbling through the drawer. All right, somebody said how you break it. So, hose me down. What had happened was, I got my favorite one that I use. Y'all think my account will get deleted if I show y'all the one I use? What y'all think? Maybe I should just describe it. Right, that's what I'm thinking. I don't think for this. If for this, it's too late now. But what happened? What happened was I hid it under my bed. And I have a favorite one. And really what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to take it off every time. Y'all want to see my toy box? I don't know. Y'all should see y'all gonna get me deleted. Because I was gonna show y'all my toy box. But let me see if I could describe how big my toy box is. My toy box is like that big. And I be trying to add to it all the time. So anyway, what happened is I left my thing on there. I left my thing on this that was attached to this. And I think I was pulling out the toy box and it was right beside it. And so I think it hit it and that's what broke it. I'm going to see, though, if it's got a warranty on it. But check this out. If it's somebody out there and one of y'all know how you can fix it, hit me up. But you got to live, like, close to me because then, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. Anyway, 9-7. All right, y'all. I'm about to get on up off of here. It's been a wonderful evening. It's been a great Tuesday. Hit me up. Hit my inbox. Thanks for spending time with me. I appreciate you. Snake guys, thank you.